That was a fucking book.
Gender is just a really personal experience, but I can speak to you. I've been in this work for a long time. I know a lot of trans folks, close friends, family members, and I've just never heard a case of anyone detransitioning. So I honestly don't think it's a real.
There's a number of cases.
I'm Scotty Mills, New York Academic Prick, and this is Scotty Mills Unfiltered, where I just rant and get my raw goddamn opinion. And quite honestly, I have no idea how to YouTube works. My pronouns are he, him, she, her, Delta, Alpha, Bravo, and identifies as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I can't. Now what the I want to rant about today, man? I want to rant about Johnny the Walrus and Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire. I'll tell you why, too, man. I was on Reddit, okay, and here's the title to this post that I saw. My uncle read this to my 2-year-old cousin. I feel sick. You know, I'm going to get into that, man, because honestly, it makes me sick, too, to read all this bullshit. But you know what? First, if you like this, like it. If you don't like it. Comment if you love it. Comment if you hate it. And share it if you think I'm an ignorant, arrogant prick. And follow me, because this is what I do, and honestly, I could not give a shit less. Put me on in the background with Yank Crank. Actually watch the video. I don't know. Interact. Who the gives a shit? I really have no idea what the I'm doing. Anyway, okay, Johnny the Walrus, man. Honestly, when I saw this shit on Reddit, I had to read it, man. And I had to read the book, too. But you know what? I'm gonna react to the actual book reading, okay? Because I actually haven't read the full book yet. But first, you know, man, I want to go through some of these fucking comments so that way I can see what I'm actually getting. Now, if you don't know who Matt Walsh is, okay, you know, he's from the Daily Wire. He's a very far-right guy. Honestly, I agree with him on some stuff. I don't agree with him on everything. But you don't have to, okay? This is America. You're allowed to have your own opinions. That's why I'm here. Because when I read shit like this, okay, and people just commenting some utter bullshit when they have no idea what they're talking about, it pisses me the off. Now, why do I get pissed off with this type of shit? Because he wrote this book to troll motherfuckers. This is not a serious book, man. Honestly, maybe it is to him a little bit, but he really just did this to make fun of people. And what is he making fun of? Okay, man, the fact that we got these, like, kids, okay, in elementary school and junior high reading about gender and shit like that instead of learning math and history. Honestly, man, the fact that a lot of people don't learn history really pisses me the off. But it's true, man. It's not like, you know, like they put these genderqueer books or whatever, you know, they are, like, you know, Lawn Boy or whatever, and it's catered to, like, 8-year-olds and 12-year-olds and shit like that, people who are under 16. Now, if you remember in school, you read Roots, right? You read Angela's Ashes, you read, you know, a Kite Runner or some shit like that. My wife's favorite book. I still have not read it. She says it's good, so I'm going to take her word on it. But the fact of the matter is, okay, those books, man, they have very sexual, explicit scenes in them, but that was like when we were in 11th, 12th grade, and the whole point of the book was not sex. It was not about gender. It was about pain, suffering, okay, and it was a memoir, and honestly, man, Angela's Ashes, it's my favorite, and that's not just because I'm a Mick. Okay, maybe it is. I have no idea. Frank McCourt, man, great book. And I hate to read. That's the funny part. Yeah, okay, man, I keep on going on and on and on. You know, honestly, man, if you're actually still watching this by this point, I'm going to get into these comments and read a few, and then we'll see what happens. All right, this says, remember that Matt Walsh actively supports underage pregnancy. The problem isn't underage pregnancy, it's unwed pregnancy. Honestly, man, we really do have a family issue in this goddamn country. You know, baby dad is walking out, course men on goddamn child support, even when they want to be a part of the baby's lives. But you know what, man, honestly, I can't really speak on that because I didn't really hear him speak about that too much. I don't know, but I don't really think he agrees with underage pregnancy. I think he's more like traditional. He wants people to be married. I mean, that's honestly, that's what I get from him. Also says, women are the most fertile at 16. Honestly, I have no idea. You shouldn't be at 16. You shouldn't be until you're at least 18, 21. But that's just my opinion. Oh, I guess there's a YouTube link there, so I guess maybe he really did say it. I have no idea. Maybe it's a scientific fact, man. I don't know. You know, they always go by fact over whatever, you know, Daily Wire. That might be a fact. Who the knows? Honestly, probably I'll probably look into it at some point. I really could give a shit less, though. This isn't what today's about. Different topic, different day. For those who don't see what's wrong with this, the author of the book is a far-right politician, and the whole story is basically making fun of trans people. Like, haha, look at this boy pretending to be, or who decided to be a walrus. Sorry, I had a burp. It's the whole point. It's making fun of bullshit. Honestly, man, listen. In this world, okay, in this world, the human species, we're meant to procreate. We have men, we have women. Okay, man, I honestly don't understand, you know, how they're, like, pushing this shit onto kids, man. You can't allow kids to transition. That's wrong. Not only wrong morally, man, honestly, it's not good medically. I don't give a shit what the you say. There's been a lot of people saying that it's not good, including doctors. You know what, man, honestly, if you want to chop your dick off, do it when you're 18. Don't do it when 12 or 15 or some shit like that. Honestly, you don't know what the you're doing. I made a lot of mistakes when I was a kid, and honestly, if I chopped my dick off back then, I'd be pissed as right now. Although I never wanted to chop my dick off. I love my you dumb trans people just look silly pretending to be someone you're not, and see how that boy in the end, whatever, I'm not wearing my glasses, you're going to end up as miserable. Honestly, man, there's a lot of trans people who don't want to be trans anymore. They regret the transition and shit. Honestly, including some bitch recently, man, I don't even remember her name. She said that being, like, detransitioning isn't real. That's just not real. And honestly, she's a dumb According to Wikipedia, it's worse. Basically, the internet finds out that Johnny's pretending to be a walrus, so they make him choose either being a boy or a walrus, and they declare no takesy-backsies, some shit like that. They pressure him, his mom, to feed him worms, and when she takes him to a doctor, the doctor suggests cutting his hands and feet off into flippers, or changing him to Wow. Okay, what the am I about to read? I mean, it's the same shit as chopping off your tits. Honestly, man, if you're 15, man, you want to get a mastectomy, a double mastectomy, whatever like that, you want to rip your uterus out, some shit like that. It's the same goddamn principle. Except he did it with a walrus. That's funny, honestly. But like I said, man, he did this to troll people, so we'll see. Holy shit, that's dark, blah, blah, blah. Why does Johnny have a pair of testicles in his mouth? Wait, what? I thought they were testicles too. Hold on. Oh my god, that does look like testicles. Wow, that is gay. That is weird. Who the illustrated this shit? K-Ree something. Wow, you are dumb. It does look... I guess maybe it's spoons. Some right-wing person is going to comment on this saying, but I thought all y'all were accusing us of book burning, but I totally agree. Burn the out of this book. Well, honestly, man, I don't believe in book burning whatsoever, but I also don't believe in giving all these dumbass books to kids while they're in school. Honestly, do not put it in the school library. Put on something historical, some shit like that. Throw it away, burn it. 2-year-old should not be indoctrinated to hate. A 2-year-old should not be indoctrinated to hate, but you're going to push a 8-year-old to allow, non-binary switching their goddamn gender up and shit like that. Honestly, man, that is bullshit. And I will tell you, I did see a book, okay, and I'm going to put it down here somewhere over whatever, and it was literally about accepting yourself, and you can be flipping genders and shit like that. It was catered towards, 10-year-olds. That's disgusting, man. I teach them math, or teach them how to turn a goddamn wrench, you lazy bitches. Even if this book wasn't insanely transphobic and created to teach children how to hate, it should still never be read to kids. The grammar is too complex, and some of the scenes, like the one with the doctor, are definitely too much for a 2-year-old. Well, honestly, man, I mean, you should just be reading Spot the Dog to your goddamn 2-year-old, okay? But he made this as a joke. That much I can say. As you can see, though, the comments on Reddit were honestly stupid as shit. I got nothing from there. Honestly, I do expect some kind of bullshit throughout this book, but I don't probably think it's that bad, but we'll see. And if you do get offended by anything I say, please go yourself, because honestly, getting offended is a bunch of bullshit. All right, let's look at this shit.
Okay.
Walsh's story hour.
Hello, boys and girls. My name is Matt Walsh.
Is he not a fugly motherfucker?
And I've written a book called Johnny the Walrus. This book is all about identity and imagination. What is identity? Does anyone know what identity means?
No.
Do you know? You know what identity is? No? Okay.
These kids don't want
it's
to
who
be
you
there.
are.
They just
right?
want some
That's what it means.
cookies,
Now, who
man.
likes to pretend to be things? Is there anything you like to
It's
pretend to be?
nap time.
How about in the back?
I like to pretend to be
Does he even like
A
kids?
ninja. That's a good one. What about you?
I mean, he just seems like he doesn't.
All right. Well, we all like to use our
whatever.
imagination. Sometimes I use my imagination. I pretend to be a monster. I chase my kids around because I'm big and ugly, so I could be a monster. That's what this book is about. It's all about a boy who
People must
pretends
have
to
been
be a
so
walrus. He
triggered
identifies
just
as a
watching
walrus.
this. It is
And his mom's a little
great.
silly. She takes it seriously and thinks he really is a walrus. That's silly, isn't it?
So hold up. So basically, the same shit that goes on. Okay, man. Like your kid says, "Hey, I'm a girl now," and then you just be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna support you," even though they're only like 13. You are ridiculous. This is, I can already see this is gonna be great. And this kid's got a piece of dirt in his hand.
We don't have to worry about that. We're gonna read the book.
Okay.
Okay. Johnny's a boy with a big imagination. One day he's a dog, the next day a crustacean. It's like a crab or a lobster.
We all had that one girl in high school who used to flip her sexuality and her gender around like 80 goddamn times, even before it was trendy and popular, just so that way they feel special, okay? And Johnny, he just wants to feel special. But I got bad news for Johnny, okay? Nobody is special. Not you, not me, not Matt Walsh, not Biden's bitch ass, not Kamala's dumb ass. And you know what? Nobody, not even you, man. And it's sad that, a lot of people, they hop on these goddamn trends, okay? So that way they seem, trendy or popular, or, somebody, there's a safe space to, take care of them with their emotions, whatever the you want to say. And honestly, man, it's really just all about people wanting to feel special. BLM too, but that's completely different topic, different day. Hey, we're talking gender, and I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's dive back in.
One morning, he came downstairs barking and clapping, wood spoons for tusks and sock fins a flapping. He had spoons in his mouth.
Hold up, was that him in the background? It looked like he was in the background of the picture.
I'm Johnny the Walrus, he said
Johnny's
with
mom.
a roar. The wood floor's my ocean. The carpet's my shore. He's swimming around like a walrus. Isn't that silly? Johnny's mom loves her son's make-believe time. You're Johnny the Walrus till you change your
Instagram's
mind.
gonna tell him
Mom
he's
says.
Johnny the Walrus.
But Johnny's mom's phone said it's not just pretend.
There we go.
So she
There we
went on her
go.
phone, and there are people telling her that this isn't pretend. He's really a walrus.
Oh, God.
Only a bigot would say that. How dare you offend? What's a bigot? Anybody know?
You know what?
The
This
mean
girl,
person,
no.
right?
The comment about, like the vocabulary being too complex and shit, like, I have no problem with teaching kids vocabulary. That's what he's kind of doing right now. I mean, my mom used to tell me to look it up in the dictionary time I asked a goddamn question. But you know what, man? Kids, honestly, they don't know definitions no more. They don't stick in their goddamn iPads. But honestly, man, I just don't understand. These aren't 2-year-olds, okay, man? These are like 4 or 5-year-olds right there, man. That comment about, like, reading to a 2-year-old, honestly, I get, like, the cousin or nephew or whatever, the uncle was reading to the cousin who's like 2, but whatever, man. This is not meant for 2-year-olds. Honestly, I don't think any kid should be reading this. It's too politicized, man. I don't believe in kids being involved in goddamn politics. That's just me. But this book so far is pretty funny.
Mommy was told to take John for a checkup. All these people are holding signs. Johnny is a real walrus.
Oh, God, that's great.
Human walruses are real walruses.
Oh, yeah.
Let Johnny change all these people are saying. You'll need to eat worms and to put on gray makeup. The worms give you whiskers.
Oh, God, hold up. Woke doctor, mother got pink spiky hair. Listen, man, I really don't got a problem with gay people or trans people. If you're an adult, I don't believe in these kids transition and shit like that. But if you're an adult, you're consenting, you want to chop your dick off, that's your own problem, nobody else's. The fact that he's like making fun of these motherfuckers, dude, it's great, man. It's hilarious because a lot of these far extremists, okay, yes, he's a far right, but all these far left motherfuckers and goddamn social media and shit, they're really pushing for this shit, and he's just bringing light to the fact that this is ridiculous.
You in, the doctor says. And a simple procedure cuts feet into fins.
That's just chopping off
The doctor wants
instead
to
of
cut
its fins
into Johnny and make him into a walrus.
This kid's face. They cut this up,
It's
though. Man.
gross
These kids'
eating
reactions,
worms,
they know
Mom.
what they're doing when
They're
it comes
all
to,
so dang twitchy. He doesn't want to eat worms.
this shit.
I thought I didn't eat worms, but I did.
This kid ate
Wood
worms.
spoons kind of hurt,
Matt just
and the
blew it off.
makeup is itchy.
He don't care.
Deep
This
down,
kid needs
Johnny's
to get a
mom
shot
knew
of
that
something,
was
penicillin,
wrong
tetanus
with
shot. I don't
Johnny.
he had a worm.
He's dressed up like a walrus, but he's not having a fun time. But she felt so much pressure, she just went along. The internet people knew just what to do. She went back to the internet to look for answers. Never a good idea.
He's not even like trying to teach kids, man. He's really just trolling
Mommy
people.
was
So anybody
told
who's
to take
mad
John
about
to the
this,
zoo. Now she's gonna
you
take
guys
her
use
son to go
kids as
live at the
politics
zoo
all the
and
time,
be
and
a
he's just
walrus.
doing the same thing.
At the zoo?
When Johnny arrived, the walruses grunted. And the mommy says, "My boy."
These walruses don't want him. Okay, it's just like women not wanting men on their sports teams. This little girl right here, I guarantee she's gonna join softball, and some dude's gonna show her up because a dude claims he's a girl. Guarantee you, she looks done with this shit. She pissed. Honestly, man, it's the same shit, man. It's literally the same shit. What else can I say? I mean, seriously.
He's a real walrus. His growth was just stunted. I mean, she really thinks this kid is a walrus.
No, she doesn't.
But it's not.
No shit, kid. No, he's not.
The zookeeper thought, "What's she talking about? Ma'am, that's
Oh,
just
God,
a
he does look
boy
like
with
that.
wood spoons in his mouth. Now he's the voice of reason."
Oh, they were cheering because it was
But if
dumb.
I
They
believe
just put
that, they'll
in.
say that I'm phobic. Protecting your son, ma'am, is what's most heroic.
Parents don't give a shit
At
about their
last,
kids.
Johnny's mommy was able to see that Johnny's not what he's pretending to be.
Because he's a
Now
child.
mommy ignores the
Childs,
mean
children,
things on her
they
phone,
pretend.
while
I pretend
Johnny
that I was a Power
pretends
Ranger for a lot of my
he's a bird
childhood.
Flying home. The end.
That is hilarious. Recently, man, there wasn't this chick, okay, or dude who turned into a goddamn chick, and now they're suing a doctor because they botched their vagina surgery up, some shit like that, man. It's honestly, it's a big risk. Like, why the would you take that risk? You are stupid. Even Caitlyn Jenner doesn't believe in all this garbage. And you know what, man? She used to be the hero of the trans community. Honestly, man, what is wrong with this book? He's just pointing out the same shit, okay, that people are doing, but he's just switching it up a little bit and basically admitting to everybody, or showing everybody that you guys, whoever believes in that shit is being stupid. You disgusting pedophile little bitches. Tom McDonald says it best, okay? We gave, I forgot exactly his words. Hold up.
We'll empower you with rights to vote and fight for equal pay, then have the men turn into women and you'll fight for them again. But
I find this book to be hilarious. I think it hits every point that all these goddamn stupid leftist motherfuckers and SJWs or whoever the man on goddamn social media is fighting for, okay? Allowing, like the whole gender affirming care and shit, is bullshit. It's bullshit, man. And especially like certain states and shit, like San Francisco over there in California, they're fucking doing like this income program or, pilot program to help transgender homeless people. Instead of helping all homeless people, they help a certain community. Honestly, man, the country is goddamn self-segregating, focusing on goddamn stupid little tiny communities that honestly are a bunch of bullshit. And I'm not saying, you know, like gay people are a bunch of bullshit. No, man, I have no problem with gay people. I really don't have a problem with trans people, but I do have a problem with, you know, pushing this shit on the goddamn kids and just singling people out and helping out the ones who want to feel special and shit like that. Honestly, that's bullshit. This book is honestly making fun of all that shit, and it's making a valid point, man. You can't just wake up and want to be a walrus one day. I think those comments on Reddit, okay, they were just mad. Okay, they were mad that he's equivalating this story to everything else going on in the fucking goddamn world, and it matches up perfectly, and they're mad now because he's trolling them. That's all it was. Honestly, I would not read this book to a goddamn kid, because my kid isn't gonna grow up indoctrinated like this in the goddamn community by all these stupid bitches who will run in the goddamn schools. My kids are gonna be smart, and they are definitely not gonna be making decisions about their goddamn body without my consent, because they were in fact a kid. And honestly, man, they were trying to, you know, like take parents out of the equation and shit like that. This is a bunch of bullshit. It is true. You can fact check that. It's all around. I wonder why school boards and shit are having so many issues right now. No teacher should be telling any kid about gender or sexuality or anything like that unless you're in health class and you're learning about how, you know, you got herpes and shit like that. You know what, man? That makes sense in health class when you're in goddamn high school. No kid should be reading these types of books before they're 15, 16 years old. Not those types of books. What I'm saying is like anything about gender and shit like that. And actually, this book might fall under that. Yeah, it does. Well, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. It fucking does. In a way, man, that was something. That was a fucking book. That was a book. Wow. I know things. Fucking stupid. Alright, so point of the episode, I don't know. Read this goddamn book. It was stupid as shit. It was funny though, because I know why it came out. Anyway, man, you know what? That's it, man. Matt Walsh, honestly, take him or leave him. He makes a lot of valid points about, you know, about shit going on, especially when it comes to gender and shit like that. And, you know, his documentary, What is a Woman? I don't agree with him on everything, but I do, in fact, agree with him on this. This is a bunch of bullshit, and he made fun of everybody making, you know, all those other bullshit about kids and fucking gender and blah, blah, blah. And honestly, this was funny as shit. Hey, you know what? Next episode, I'm going to be reacting to a Dax music video that I have not watched yet, and I'm hoping it's going to be amazing because Dax is the shit.